Dark psychology is such a controversial topic that most YouTubers and content creators avoid talking about it, because if you learn dark psychology, their business will suffer. They won't be able to manipulate you anymore. And even the reality of the people around you will become clear, because people are manipulating you every single day, and you've never been able to see it. Just because you're a good person doesn't mean the world will treat you right. Psychopaths like Hitler, big corporations, politicians, salespeople, and some people close to you have been using dark psychology for years for their own benefit. But you shouldn't learn dark psychology so that you can manipulate others. You should learn it so that no one can use it against you. That's why in this video, we're going to tell you 11 dark psychological tricks that you absolutely must know. Number 1. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a manipulation trick where the other person tampers with your memories to create self-doubt inside you. You start seeing and feeling situations exactly the way they want you to. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose someone did something wrong to you. When you went to confront them, they twisted the entire situation in conversation as if the mistake wasn't theirs, but yours. That person will challenge your understanding. They'll say things like, "You misunderstood the situation. You made a mistake in listening. You're overreacting. You set your expectations too high, and that's why you're hurting yourself. And if they did something wrong to you in the past, it wasn't their fault. You just misunderstood." You need to stay away from such people, because people who talk like this will be the most common ones around you. Number 2. Fear-mongering. Spreading fear among people to get things done is a very common dark psychological trick. This has been going on since Hitler's time. He used media and propaganda to make Jews appear as the biggest threat to Germany. He spread fear of Jews among the people, took control over them, and people kept following whatever he said. This is still very common today. Politicians use it. Big companies spread fear about one thing to try to sell you their product. A boss keeps fear over employees that their job could be gone at any time. In relationships, people keep the other person afraid that they'll leave them. Wherever people are trying to get something from you by scaring you, understand that the fear is fake and they're just taking advantage of you. Number 3. Love bombing. This trick is most commonly used in romantic relationships. Here, one person shows so much love in the beginning, through words, actions, gifts, and surprises, that they love bomb the other person. They show so much affection that the other person falls in love with them too. And when they sense that the victim is now under their control and has gotten used to it, they start reducing the love bombing. This makes the other person crave that same affection again. Why isn't this person showing me the same love as before? A sense of rejection begins to build inside them, and they start accepting a lot of unacceptable things from the manipulator. They become a victim of manipulation. So whenever someone is overly sweet with you right from the start, understand that something is off. Number 4. Social proofing. In his book, Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, Robert Cialdini explains that when we're confused, we automatically start looking at the people around us, friends, celebrities, or influencers, to decide what the right thing to do is. Social proof is a very common psychological trick. When you see the people around you doing the same thing, you automatically start moving toward those things too. What makes this trick dark is that people sometimes try to create fake social proof. For example, you see positive reviews for a movie and go watch it, but it turns out not to be that good. Or someone doesn't seem that great to you, but your family and friends are all saying they're wonderful, so you try to change your own perception. And many times, your perception is being changed without you even realizing it. Number 5. Silent treatment. This is also a very dark psychological hack, and it depends entirely on one line. Silence speaks louder than words. Sometimes to break someone, to get something out of them, or to make them realize something, you don't get as good a result by saying something or creating drama as you do by simply staying silent. Because silence triggers multiple emotions inside the other person. They get confused, start doubting themselves, get angry, and along with all of that, their attachment to you keeps growing. Using this in a relationship is very evil. For example, suppose a very close friend, family member, or partner made a mistake that you didn't like, and despite you telling them multiple times, they're not listening to you. At such a time, stop saying more. In fact, stop saying anything at all. Stay completely silent. Let them stay confused about why you're reacting this way. Your silent treatment will frustrate them. They won't know what to do, and at some point they will break and start doing what you wanted. This trick is very dangerous and puts the other person through psychological torture, so only learn to recognize it, never use it on anyone. Number 6, guilt tripping. Here, the other person keeps reminding you of some past mistake or error to trap you in guilt. This puts you in a vulnerable state, and you're forced to do whatever they want. For example, your partner is trying to convince you to go somewhere, but you don't want to go. Instead of reasoning with you, they use words like, "You never go anywhere with me. Last time, too, we couldn't go anywhere. I must not matter to you. That's why you don't like going anywhere with me." By saying such things, they are trapping you in guilt, so that even if you don't agree out of your own will, you at least agree out of guilt. Number 7, force teaming. This is a method of manipulation where the other person joins their hands with yours in such a way that you can't do anything about it. You can notice this very easily in professional life. Your boss comes and gives you a long speech about how the company has gotten into a big trouble. But this trouble has also brought an opportunity, and we're all in this together, right? You'll say yes, and that's exactly what your boss wanted. They'll say, "That's why this Sunday, too, we'll all work together, no day off." This is how you become a victim of force teaming. Your friend, partner, colleague, anyone can use this trick, where they present their problem as if it's your problem too. Be careful around such people. Number 8, choice restriction. This is a way of steering people's decisions in your desired direction. Getting people to do things directly isn't easy, but when you limit their choices, their decision-making power becomes limited too. For example, suppose you want your younger sibling to sit down and study. If you directly tell them to go study, they'll resist. But if you say, "Go get something from outside," or "Do some work around the house since you're not studying anyway," they'll choose to study rather than do those chores. In the same way, people restrict your choices and get you to do exactly what they wanted all along. Number 9, amplifying problems. Simply put, making a mountain out of a molehill. From a third-person perspective, this seems very simple. If you watch two people fighting on the road over a small scratch on a car, you'll think, why are they fighting over nothing? It's just a small scratch. But when it happens to you, you feel the fear, urgency, and pressure, which puts you in a vulnerable state. For example, you were supposed to meet your partner at 5 p.m., but you arrived at 5:30. You'd think, what's the big deal? I was only half an hour late. But your partner will blow it up into a huge scene. "I've been standing on the road for an half hour. It's so hot. I'm dizzy from hunger. You have no sense of time. I don't want to go anymore." Now you're in a vulnerable state, and there's a very high chance that for the rest of the day, you'll quietly go along with whatever your partner says. Number 10, go slightly wrong. People hide things from you either by saying nothing or by steering conversations in another direction. But when you say something slightly incorrect about that topic, a natural urge arises in them to correct you, which ends up revealing what they were hiding. For example, a colleague just resigned. You want to know which company they've applied to. If you ask directly, they might not answer. So you say, "I heard you're moving abroad." "No, not abroad. I'll work here in India." "Where? Delhi?" "No, Bangalore."
In Bangalore, did you join a startup? No, it's a proper company. Which one? And just like that, you get the information. Number 11, self-abasement. A manipulator sometimes uses self-abasement, putting themselves down, to get what they want. Most of the time, it's used to win someone's trust, to apologize, or to strengthen relationships. When we insult ourselves or put ourselves down in front of someone, they automatically feel superior, which makes them feel good. For example, your partner is upset with you and isn't agreeing to anything you say. Here, self-abasement comes into play. I'm so terrible. I don't know how I made this mistake. No matter how hard I try, I always end up ruining things. Just 2 or 4 lines like this are enough for manipulation. Women also use this trick by slightly downgrading themselves, and in return they receive a lot of compliments and reassurance.